Hello and welcome to my video. This is File 1. I'll be showing off what I've been doing with JoyHUD by Rama. Now, as you can see here, this is the JoyHUD header file. Pretty much all the code, the header file and the implementation file is from Rama's post on the Unreal forums. No, the Unreal wiki, yes. Excuse me. But I have made a couple of changes, not too much in the header file. As you probably just saw then, the struct was declared there. This is the main class declaration, class, and it's a HUD, the JoyHUD's HUD of course. And as you can see here, Verdana font, I created a Verdana font within UE4. Roboto, I found a Roboto font and put it here in UE4 font. Change that property within the editor as well. Font scale, so you can scale font down but not up, otherwise it won't look quite right. Resolution will be a bit off. Bit blocky, one could say. Scaling is that. Thus the HUD scaling, global HUD mode. TD2 is where quite a few of what Rama has implemented, it's important to that. The cursor hovering over a button, the button background, it's all part of such. Material background of said button. This is a boolean to determine whether the HUD should be drawn or not. True if the HUD is not to be drawn, false if it is to be drawn. The mouse location in vector 2D, as the HUD will not be a three-dimensional HUD, a flat HUD, it's a heads-up display after all. Then for drawing the cursor, draw HUD underscore cursor. Various things are required for that, parameters of course. And here we have two arrays, buttons main and buttons confirm. These relate to the two current states that exist at the moment, but I do plan to change that because I've added, at least in theory, more buttons. I will have to check that, but I do believe I have. This is for the main state, all the buttons in the main state go into that array, all the buttons in confirm state go into the confirm array. That's for checking said buttons. As in, check whether it's been clicked on, I do believe. Oh, so, here, cursor in button. Check that first. Carrying on, the tooltip, well, the type for the active button, the tip for the active button, whether the cursor is hovering in button or not, or over the button. Color pointer, pointer to all the possible colors that could be used, black, red, yellow, blue, white, pink, red, yellow. Those are the titles. Static constants. I think I'll have to add a few more of those as well. And then force in line. Yes, a call to force in line is here. Multiple, well, here and here. So it's in this file multiple times as many functions are forced in line, as opposed to being implemented in the C++ file of JoyHUD. Many functions. You've seen a couple already, but this is, say, the draw full-size tile. As in a big tile, of course, but it'll always be of a specified sort of size. To believe it's the whole screen, I'll have to look into that. That's for drawing specific tile, vDraw tile, and then these methods, draw HUD dialogues, draw HUD underscore draw dialogues, draw main menu, draw confirm, draw main menu buttons, draw confirm buttons, draw tooltip, there are many things to be drawn. So the background for draw confirm, and then the confirm buttons. And of course, the main menu background, and then the buttons to go on top of that background for the main menu. The PC is the player controller, and other things as well, which we'll soon see here. This is the implementation file, .cpp, and that comment was all, well, I've added that comment, yes. The buttons on the main menu. Previously there was only restart and exit, values of 1 and 2, but I've defined 3 other buttons: new game, load game, and options. I can add more as needed. And yes, that's for the main menu state. For the confirm state, there is yes and no, as defined up here. Canvas white is defined as white, given a certain condition. I think I'll have to add some stuff here as well. More definitions. And then there's various functions here. Drawing the main menu, which will then put in the background, as you can see. Then the buttons. Draw confirm, background and buttons. Draw confirm buttons, as opposed to draw main menu buttons. Draw main menu buttons is here, and that's the starting point. These two float values determine such. The background to such a button is drawn, then the text, so this is a new game button. Various comments are here as to what I plan. They will be implemented soon. And buttons main.num, as it's an array, if it's less than 1, it must be 0, given this case. And so the button will be, all the properties of said button will be created, then it'll be added to the array, which will then up the array num, increment the array num by 1. And that's for one button. Then the position is changed for the next button. So new game, now load game, load to save game, add that button, excuse me. And then there's an options button, or rather the options button. Manage your preferences and change how the game looks. I might have to work on aligning that or changing the tooltip for the options button. That's added. And also, as you may have noticed, X start and Y start haven't changed since the second button was added. I'll need to modify that as well, otherwise all the buttons will be stacked on top of each other. Then it might confuse the system a bit, or confuse whoever is using it. And this is for the confirm buttons, draw confirm buttons. Yes and no. Done in pretty much the same way, except there is a highlighted. Is it highlighted? Quite a few other functions. Check cursor in buttons confirm. Which uses a check cursor in buttons, the two cursor in buttons methods to check whether the cursor is, on the buttons. In the bounds of the button, so it can be clicked on, and then does various things regarding that. If the button's clicked, do this, and that's pretty much it, really. This is the main function, though, draw HUD. Well, I say main, but it wouldn't be a HUD if there was no draw HUD function. That had to be overwritten in the header file. Here it is in the implementation file. So get the PC if there isn't one already. Check for player input. Draw the HUD if don't draw HUD is false. If it's true, if don't draw HUD, return out of this function. Make a call to super draw HUD to make sure those elements are in place. If there's no canvas, return as well. There has to be a canvas for this to work. There usually is with a HUD, but it's C++, just in case. Draw HUD reset, and that's that. I was looking at other videos here, and here I find Varma. Thank you for watching. Varma is the person who got this code. This is the page for the code. link up here. I think I'll link this in the description as well. Thank you. Thank you very much.